What if the way you do something isn't the only way to do it? Most of us have favourite ways of doing things. Favourite ways of standing, favourite ways of sitting, favourite ways of getting in and out of bed, even favourite ways of moving our eyes. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Habits save time, they save energy, they help us navigate daily life without having to think about every little action. But habits can also hide possibilities. Because once a movement becomes automatic, we often stop exploring other options. Hello, I'm Julie from My Feldenkrazy Ways and Love Your Eyes. Today we'll explore the fourth foundational principle of all My Feldenkrazy Ways movement programs, and that is beware habitual movement. Not because habits are bad, but because awareness gives us choice. And where there is choice, there is possibility. And as always, please go gently, go small, use more of yourself to do less, stay curious, notice differences to discover new possibilities, and never go into pain. Before we begin, I'd like to share a short story. Many years after my brain hemorrhage, I felt as though I had run out of options. I was still trying to improve, but I didn't know what to do next. That's when I met a Feldenkrais practitioner named Eva. One day after a lesson, I stood up from the table and staggered. Now, that wasn't unusual for me. Standing often made me dizzy. My eyes would spin, I felt unstable, but it was unusual for Eva. She noticed immediately and she asked me to sit down again. Then she suggested something different. Instead of standing the way I had always stood, she invited me to shift my attention and weight into my feet, to lean forward gently, and to allow my legs to help me to rise. It was a different option, a different organisation, and to my amazement, I stood without dizziness, without wobbling, without staggering, without my eyes panicking. I had spent years believing that I only had one way to stand, but it turned out I had options. And that small discovery changed much more than standing up. It changed the way I thought about movement. Let's explore that idea now. So do lie comfortably on your back or sit comfortably in a chair and allow your eyes to close without glasses or lenses. Notice how you are making contact with the floor or bed or chair or ground, and notice your breathing. There's nowhere to get to and nothing to achieve. If you feel you've done enough, then stop and come back to this lesson later. This is an opportunity to explore. Did you know that your eyes have habits too? Place 2 fingertips very lightly on your closed eyelids. Just have enough pressure to sense movement. Nothing more. And notice what your eyes are doing right now. Are they still? Are they moving? Are they drifting or flickering? Whatever you notice is useful. This is simply your starting point. Now, pause that and gently move your eyes inward, as though you were trying to look at the tip of your nose. It's just a small movement. Notice how it feels. Does it feel familiar or unusual, easy or awkward? Many people rarely move their eyes this way, which makes it a wonderful opportunity to explore something different. And return your eyes to the center. Now, allow your eyes to move upward as though you were looking toward the ceiling. And again, notice, does this feel familiar? More comfortable? Perhaps this is closer to one of your habits. Perhaps not. There is no correct answer. We are just gathering information. So let's explore some options for the head and eyes. So either lying on your back or sitting in a chair, with your eyes closed, imagine you are looking at the ceiling. And slowly turn your head to the right and return to the center. Can you do that a few times, please? Turning your head to the right and bringing it back to the center. And now notice what your eyes want to do. So you continue making the movement. Do they stay looking upward, or do they want to travel with the head? Let's try another option. Turn your eyes to the right first, and then allow your head to follow. And now return to the center. Notice the difference. Which feels easier? Which feels more familiar? Which feels less familiar? And now begin with your head and eyes both turned to the right. So your head and eyes begin to the right. Leave your head where it is, and can your eyes return to center while the head stays turned? Be gentle and then rest. Let's try the same idea on the left side. Remember, we are not trying to perform perfectly. We are discovering options. Sometimes the unfamiliar feels awkward simply because we haven't practiced it. That doesn't make it wrong. It simply makes it unfamiliar. So, with your eyes and head turned to the left, leave your head where it is and return your eyes to the center. Explore that gently. And this time, return your head and eyes to the left. Can you leave your eyes to the left while you bring your head back to the center? You are exploring different drivers of movement. Many of us move our eyes and head together most of the time. It's efficient, it's useful, it's a habit. But today we've explored other possibilities. Eyes moving without the head. Head moving without the eyes. eyes leading, head leading. Different options for the same task. And that is the essence of this principle. Let's return to our opening question. What if the way you do something isn't the only way to do it? Perhaps today you discovered a movement you rarely used. Perhaps you noticed a habit you didn't know you had. Perhaps you found a new option, or perhaps you simply became more aware. Whatever you noticed, remember this. Awareness gives us choice. Choice gives us options, and options often lead to greater comfort, flexibility, and freedom. In My Feldenkrazy Ways, awareness is often the beginning of a change. I'm Julie Jarman. Thank you for joining me in this exploration. If you'd like to learn more about movement, awareness, neuroplasticity and natural vision improvement, visit mfways.com. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, take in the space around you and notice how you meet the world now. Until next time, keep loving those eyes.